I hope that's what's happening. What the heck? Take days, oh yeah. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the party. We're gonna get a little, do a little diddling of some knobs today. You know, in classic fashion. You know, we're just gonna kind of vibe out a bit and see what we can't make happen. Little continuation of what we were doing last time, stream wise. So I hope you're ready for that. So we can't make some good stuff happen here. So just to start, I just kind of want to listen to what I've got going and then kind of adjust from there as needed. I have some ideas of where I want to go, but I want to also just kind of take this more of like in more of a flowing kind of way, you know? Nothing too serious necessarily. Just want to kind of work it slowly. Maybe see what kinds of happy accidents we can come up with as we, I don't know, build out a groove of sorts. All right, let's see. Let's rock. I actually want to start without the clap. I'm all kinds of messed up right now. There we go. That's how we start that. Hello, welcome in. Boosted and trip. What does that say? Typical lives. Hold on. Let me actually pull up the chat on my phone so I can see chat. No. Can I even see the chat this way on my phone? I don't think I can. That's actually really lame. I kind of hate that. Let me do it this way. Bear with me one moment. But yeah, welcome in on the YouTube side. Welcome to a little bit of a jam. Little jam sesh. Play a song. Go. Here, I'll give you this. How's that boosted? Hold on. I'm getting set up, man. Patience is a virtue, you know? Why can't I just log in? I'm glad to hear it. I've been learning. I'm still learning. I'd say I'm from like infant level to toddler level now. you've got to go to sleep. Have a good night. Sleep well. Okay. I like that so far. Hold on, let me see if I can figure out this whole chat thing on my phone so I can actually see it. I have it up on my monitor, but my monitor is kind of far away. How is everybody doing though? How's everybody in chat doing? How's everybody's Tuesday treating them? Yes. Yes. So why isn't that working over here? One moment. I should have checked this before stream, to be fair, but I forgot. Oh, why is it doing that? Okay. Oh, here we go. Now it works. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, God. Like this. I actually think this will just work. Oh, shit. I didn't plan for this. Crap. 1 second, chat. Have some synthy goodness to keep you entertained. Okay, I think we're back. Hopefully we're back and everything is working now. Yeah, I think we're back. Beautiful. I don't know if chat's working though. Let me see. Test. I think that worked. Yeah, that worked. Beautiful. Awesome. Now I can see chat. Sorry about that. All right. What I want to do is add some variation in this. I had why is it not switching? I had some variations before on this other pattern, but they went away. So we're going to have to like recreate them, or attempt to anyway. The synth a bit. That's better. It's not that different though. There we go. That's a little different. Welcome in. How are you doing? What is that name? B0100100178. Welcome to the party. was your name before? Oh, okay. Welcome in, Mojo / OX Guardian. So you decided to go from a name that is super pronounceable to another name that's also super pronounceable to a letter in a string of numbers? How are you supposed to say your new name? What's the way to say it? All right. What else do I want to do here? What is scene 1? And scene 2 is this. I think I want to do some more like melodic variations. This is cool and all, but it's very very unchanging. That's bin alphanum binary code for I. Oh, interesting. So you're saying your name is bin. That's a nerdy ass name, I'm not gonna lie. It's quite the nerdy name. I still have this here. That's cool. Oh, it's because, wait, I'm on the wrong pattern. That's why. What do these sound like together? Let's see. What else do I want to do? Oh, interesting. Something I sort of need to sort out as I do this is just as I'm learning and figuring out the overall like way I want to approach this stuff is how I want the flow of things to go. Which is, I think, like one of the as fun as it is to make music with these devices, it's like one of the harder things is figuring out how you want the workflow to work. Not only because the workflow itself, just inherent to the devices, is quite complex, but also because there are many ways in which one could leverage these from a workflow perspective. So I'm kind of thinking through that as well. You guys are watching me make the sausage, so to speak. And I'm thinking about like this is cool and all right, but then like, how do I want to use this? How do I want this to come in? Where do I want it to sit in the overall flow of things? Where do I want basically to apply like variations versus more static aspects? And like, at what point do I consider like where are sort of the dividing lines between the different pieces, and where do I want to put them, and how do I want to put them there, and how do I want to express those things dynamically, etc. So that's some of what I want to figure out today. I doubt we'll get to a place of like completeness, but we should at least get some more. We'll get somewhere in the journey. All right. Maybe what I'll do is I'll use like so I think right now the workflow I kind of like is using pattern changes sort of flexibly between like the digitact and the digitone. And so like, you know, I have on the digitact I have like, this is like one pattern, you know, and then I can switch between patterns to basically change like the percussion. And then same thing on the digitone, which I say is like more of the melodic elements. And that's in my head. I've like sort of conceived of how I would use these two things. Is you have like melodic elements on the digitone and like drum type elements on the digitact, and like you can do drum stuff on the digitone as well, and you can do melodic stuff on the digitact. So I may mix and match those in the future once I'm a bit more sophisticated with the workflow. But right now I'm like, again, I'm at the toddler stage of my knowledge with these devices. So leaning in a direction that's, at least to my toddler mind, more simple from my perspective. Maybe I'll do like odd pattern is like a main pattern, and then even pattern is like a transitionary pattern between the odd patterns or between odd patterns. So I have like pattern 2 here with this sound, and then like pattern 1 over here has these two, and then 2 could be like the transition to like 3, where there'd be like another variation of pattern 1, and then pattern 2 is just like a transition, I guess, of sorts. There are other ways, of course, to do a transition, but I think that's kind of what I'm thinking right now in terms of how I'd want to set things up to play through the sounds. So, but that does lead to the question of like, how do I want the transitionary elements to work? And like, what all do I need to set up for that to make it work well? These are the fun and exciting questions, while still leaving in some room and like flexibility for like actual performance of these things. I really like this low end though. This plays out like between this side and this other side. Is there reverb on this? There is. There's like too much. All right. Let's just do the thing. Do the damn thing. All right, so we go. Actually, what I might do is over here on the first pattern, once it switches back. And then what I kind of want to do is I'll do this. What I'll do is I want this to be here, and then I'll do an LFO on it, and we're gonna change the reverb. We'll do one of these guys. We'll do one of these guys. And we'll do this, and then we'll go up to. I guess what, 90 since I started out at what I started out at. No, I started at 50. So I'll make this 70. 16. And then this is the wrong. How does this work? Why is this not working the way I expected it to? Whoops. Oh, I know what the problem is. This needs to be like I need something like this, but not on the retrigger. Ends up going back down, which I don't want. Am I not able to just do like a... The problem is that the LFO re-triggers on... There's probably a way to set this, right? Oh, here we go. There we go. That's what I want. Something like that. Maybe I should go twice as fast. Yo, what's good, Captain Horsty? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Do I have I do. Perfect. And then I want to change the mode. Something like this. Sounds like the LFO is still getting like reset. Is it just the speed too fast? perhaps the problem is that I'm a noob. Yeah, that's not what I want either. Basically never want it to reset. Maybe it's a, nope. Offer trigger off. Oh, it was almost there. Okay, how about if I go back to this? Let's turn up the speed. I think the LFO is still retriggering. Yo, what's good, Ian? How you doing? Welcome in. Basically, what I want to do is I want to have like the reverb send go up over the course of 8 bars, and then I want it to be at its highest point at the end of that. But there's something I'm clearly not understanding about how I'm setting up the LFO. Like you can hear it start to go and then it resets. I don't know why. What if that free would work? This might be an area we need to consult the manual. Fortunately, I have this beautiful printout of the manual, so That should make it easier to understand and learn what's going on here. What's weird is I think the crazy part is I think I know how I would do it on the Octatrack, and I'm like the least familiar with that one. But for some reason on the Digitone, I don't understand why it's different. I think it might just be the waves that are available on the LFO. That actually might be where the problem is. All right, let's see. There is the LFO page. We shall learn on the fly as we diddle knobs. There we go. 63. May the gods be good to us in our learning. Here we go. Mod page. Speed sets the speed of the LFO. Try settings of 8, 16, or 32 to sync the LFO to straight beats. Okay. Currently I have the speed at 48, which is crazy. Let's put it at 32. Oh god. Okay. Set to free. Which I think is what I want, because I don't want the notes to retrigger it. I'll set it to BPM 1. It still resets though. I don't know why it resets. I think it's just because of the way the ramp works. Let's see if this works. Doesn't sound like it's working. That was about as close as we'd gotten so far. Okay. Damn, it reset there, though. I almost wonder... Retrig parameters. I'm just curious. It's got to be something to do with the triggering, right? Surely it's a problem with the triggering. All right, let's see. Page 1. LFO trig controls if the LFO will be triggered or not. We do want it to be triggered, but I don't want it to be re-triggered is the real thing. So see 10.9 retrigs on page 48. Maybe what I'm trying to do is like too complicated for this. No, that's not what we want. Unless... Okay, hold on. Press trig parameters twice to access the retrig parameters. Okay. Hold one or several trig keys and the desired retrig options for the trigger. I might just up the length to like something absurd, like infinite. I tried that already on the first trig page though. What? Okay, that's not what I wanted. Let's put these back to where they were. Yeah, I don't get why it's retriggering the LFO. It must just be the design of the waveform or the ramp waveform, because the ramp waveform does start out fairly low, so I think it just ends up bringing back. There's not like a continuous ramp, whereas on... No, it's the same here. speed set to what exactly? 16. 16 depth of 0 and the same ramp waveform, so it actually is the same as on the actor track. Yeah, it just gets fucked up on the later pages. I don't know why. Huh. Interesting. Let me try. If I just lower the depth. And those are some crazy huge jumps. Set the depth to like 75. That didn't work. Let me switch it to the delay send just to see how this sounds. Okay, now it's like not even going up. It was only working on free. What? And then it resets right there. Why though? Well, it didn't do shit that time. Why didn't it do shit anything that time? Okay, I think I might have to do this the lame way, and I might have to just go in and turn off the LFO trigger for like each step that I don't want it to do that. I don't want it to do for the first note, but then for all the other notes, I think I just have to turn it off. And maybe that gives me what I want. Which is good, because at least I'll know in the future what I have to do, so that I just start with it off and then only turn it on for the first note, or only turn it on for the notes where I want it to trigger. So I don't have to do this tedious process. You learn. You learn as you go, chat. You learn as you go. Let's see. Sorry, my phone went to sleep. Off, 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 off. Good thing I don't have to do this a bazillion times. I'm actually dumb. I could have done this. I could have just turned it off globally and then parameter locked it being on for the first note. That would have been maybe smarter. But we're already knee deep into this. So we're gonna keep going this way and hope that has the intended effect. Ah. And then if it doesn't, then I'll be truly confused. But hey, the lessons you learn while doing some tedious shit stick with you. All right. Damn, that didn't work. Oh, so this kind of does what I want. Okay, hold on. Let me up the speed then. Damn it, reset though. We'll never hear it. But this. That doesn't work either. So it really does have to be free, I think. Damn, that's unfortunate. I don't know why it does that. Even turning up the feedback doesn't help me. I don't want that. kind of effect on the Octatrack. Maybe it's the better place to do it anyway. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. It's kind of weird that it doesn't work on the it doesn't work on the Digitone when I do that. Okay. That does mean I need, hold on, I want to put this on a different scene, I think. I gotta also think about how I want the scenes on the Octatrack to really flow. Decisions. Right now, I think scene 1 is not doing anything, right? Yeah, scene 1 doesn't do shit. Scene 2 will, on this side, it modulates the filter width, I think. Yeah. So that's why we get the progressive high-pass filtering of the Digitact. And then on the Digitone side, we are modulating the delay send. So I want to put that back to how I had it, which is speed trig and speed 16. I'll leave the depth as high as it was. So what does that sound like? I guess because I have it set up for, I'm going to have to change the length of the pages on all of these. If I start doing this stuff on the Octatrack, then I think the page length of each track that I want to manipulate this in way has to match the Octatrack's speed and page length in a way that like actually works out. Which raises another question of like, that's going to be a lot to remember as this builds out and I have more to work with. So I'm going to have to figure out like, how do I actually want to treat that? Hydrate a little bit, you know? I should get like a stool. I have this high up, so I have to stand, but sometimes I want to sit and ponder a bit. I guess I could have one scene where the effect plays out over 16, and then another scene where the effect plays out over 8, not 16. Or no, 16 is right. Another where it plays out over 32. And then that's just going to mean I need to have 2 sets of effects for each time I want to have a different length for that. Or I just make it so that everything is fully 8 bars. Decisions. It only becomes a problem when I make everything 8 bars, which I probably will do anyway, right? Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine to do it that way. It's having me think a little bit about, though, the organization I want to have for the Octatrack. 1 second, chat. I'm going to grab my notebook so I can take notes as I ponder and learn. Let's just think for a second. Let's do a little pondering. Start a new page on the notebook. Okay, so we can make 16 scenes on the Octatrack, and we want to have basically 4-bar versions of our effects, and we want to have 8-bar versions. The reason we want to do that is because we want to have different, I guess, effect transition lengths with our LFOs. Sometimes we want that to be 4 bars. Sometimes we want that to be 8 bars. Maybe that's the real problem, though. Maybe that's what I need to change. What's good, Sanji? How you doing? Maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have this variation in track length, I guess is a better word, pattern length. Because in some cases I want to have a 4-bar pattern, and in some cases I want to have an 8-bar pattern, which maybe is silly. Maybe I should just commit to maybe always 4 or always 8. Or, given what we were saying before about how we want to use our patterns, maybe what we do is we say that the main patterns are 4 and then the transition patterns are 8. I guess they don't always need to be that way. Although it does mean if we flip-flop like that, we're going to have to constantly flip-flop the setup on the Octatrack to have the same number of patterns on the Octatrack as for the Digitact and Digitone. I think so. Initially when I was doing this, I'm like, I'm not really sending program change to each of my machines. The Digitact is the master clock. And I wasn't going to send program change because I liked the idea of having them separate. And I still kind of like that idea of being able to like weave in the patterns without them all being together to sync together. But maybe that's doing too much. Maybe I should just have them all be aligned. And then that way I kind of simplify this problem. Then I start sending the program change across the board, and then it makes the distinction between my pattern lengths something I can just unify, and then the pattern lengths will always be the same, and the patterns will just change at the same time, and then I just have different things on the different patterns, and then all of the like dynamic variation we bring in from a performance standpoint happens on the track level within a pattern before we switch patterns. Maybe that's the move. That feels boring though. That might be too boring. That might be too boring a workflow for what I'm trying to accomplish. That also has like other implications as far as I still want to be able to mix and match, I'm not gonna lie. So that does mean that we have to go for the silly version of what I'm thinking of. Or at least it just means that I'm going to have to be thinking about how I'm using the effects on the Octatrack in a very specific way. And all of that because I couldn't get the LFO to work though I wanted it to on the Digitone. It's weird that I could get it to work on the Octatrack and the settings are the same. Am I dumb, chat? Maybe the problem is that I'm dumb. I might be dumb, actually. There's some weirdness on the Digitone that's resetting it. I almost want to just like start from a fresh project. Maybe I fucked up something somewhere else. I might actually do that, low-key. Okay, let's do that, actually. Maybe I goofed up somewhere, so let's do this first. We're going to save the kit on the Digitone. No. Okay, and then we're just going to open a fully new project and see if the problem was something to do with this specific project. Maybe I fucked up something here. We're going to save the new project. just so we have a place to save stuff. Then we're going to load that kit we just saved. It doesn't sound like that. Oh, because that's not how I recorded it, huh? I don't remember what note. I don't remember what note we were on. Was it, what was our root? I also don't remember what scale I was in. And then we gotta do this. Actually, let's make it 8 pages. Okay. And then we will give ourselves a little metronome. And then we'll do I feel like this is not the right note either. Hold on, I have to go look because I want it to be the same. I don't remember what I did. It's totally different. Oh, it was F4. Okay. I thought that's what it was, but for some reason it didn't seem to go the way that I thought it was. And I was Phrygian. That sounds different. Was I on this chord shape? Oh my gosh. You ever just feel really dumb, chat? Chord spread, bass octave -1. Can I save this? I don't think I can save this, right? Yeah, I don't think I can. I'm just going to write it down so I don't forget. but. Phrygian 135. Okay. The things you do to sort out problems. It still sounds different for some reason. But it shouldn't be. I don't know why it's different. Let us go back one more time. C sharp 5. C sharp 6. A sharp 4 and F5. I just want to figure this out because I feel like that's like the main problem. I'm trying to like shift the entire workflow around this one problem because I'm dumb and I shouldn't do that. Oh, this is more correct. Oh, I forgot the sequence was still set. Maybe the length. trying to do was on the FX delay send is what we'll test on. Okay, and then we want ramp. What we have mode is trigger. Speed is 1. Or mult is 1. Speed is, we're gonna make speed 8. Depth is maxed out. Okay, why isn't the LFO triggering at all? That actually kind of works. Okay, hold on. The speed's just a little too slow. It's still too slow. And then it resets. There's like no tail in this delay. What? That's still maxed. Sure, that's not the speed. It's too fast, is it? Or too slow. And then it restarts. Interesting. So even though the setting's the same, it's not working quite the same way as I expect it to. But why? Let's turn this off. And then let's do on the go back to what we had before. Did I have it on free before? I don't think I did. I do need it on trigger. reset. Oh wait, because master is only 64, so master needs to be 128. It still resets. Oh, somehow this got changed. Now it's like it's not working at all. What the fuck? What does it reset? I don't know why it's resetting. One second. Okay, so that's not why. Or is it why? Okay. I can't make these bigger, can I? I cannot. And let's change this to 1. Okay, now it's not working at all. Oh. Alright, well, I think that's going to be it for today, chat. I think I'm going to figure this out off stream. I don't know that it's that interesting for you guys to watch me do this, so I will figure it out whilst I'm not live. But thank you for everybody who came through. especially on the YouTube side, and Sanji and Horsty and Ben on the Twitch side. I'll see you guys in the next one, I guess.